Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your Pluto reading, going for the transition, going from Capricorn into Aquarius. I've done the collective reading on that, and I explained a lot about Pluto and its transition between the two. And if you want to go and see that, it will be linked at the end of this reading. Yes, so we go into a lot of detail about that. I've kept on the board, I've put back on the board basically the collective reading here. And so we're going to be reading this according to you and according to Taurus, basically. And it's going to be over. So just quickly, Pluto is going for 20 years, going. So from 2024, it really finally goes into Aquarius at the end of the year in November period. And then we're fully on in, and Pluto will not go back into Capricorn. And that's been particular things in Capricorn, which you will see in the collective reading. Now, Taurus, for you in particular, it's in your 10th house. And this is all about your career, your business, your financial ambitions. It's a real it's a transition that you're going into, and a realization of what is financially beneficial to you, and having that balance. So sometimes it may not be wise for you to accept a certain job, although it's maybe enormously more, much better pay, but it does come with complications, that sort of thing. And the finding one's direction, I think, is the really important key for you. Keeping on that thread of what is good value for you, so you can get a good balance between what is going on in the outside world and what is going on inside you, and help you to sort of stick to your true values that are within you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull a set of cards as the base reading, and then we're going to highlight or clarify, with the Light Seers card. Hope you have a lovely reading. As a Capricorn, I can't wait for Pluto to go into Aquarius, to be honest. It's been a very thorough scourging over the past sort of 16 years in Capricorn. Anyway, without further ado, let's just go on with your reading here. So you got the Four of Swords on the overall energy. This is all about your pathway here. This is all about you going on to doing what you should be doing. And it ties nicely in with the Four of Wands, which we get in collective as well, because there's some sort of direction, there's some sort of defined pathway within the collective that we've seen. And this is almost reassures you, I think. And I think the energy is going to make you feel one with yourself, and or you will be able to feel at one with yourself and see clearly what sort of things are good for you and what makes you feel at home, basically, within the energies. With the karmic message, sorry, I should have gone through this. We've got the karmic message, first 5 years, second 5 years, third 5 years, and the fourth 5 years. Yes, because Pluto is 20 years in Aquarius. With the Eight of Swords and the Six of Wands here, of that movement that I've been talking about, of breaking free from something and realizing our great success. This is on your spiritual path, and this is on your material path. And on this spiritual path here, I think this is where the king or the emperor, because you've now got the emperor twice here, and it's certainly within the influencing of the death and rebirth of the first 5 years. I think this is about you taking control over what you want to experience in the world of relationships or emotions or spirit around you. And there is a warning here as well of resisting power struggles, because I don't think it's going to serve you very well. Do not get involved in other people's power struggles, and do not try to sort of obviously you need to apply yourself in life. There's no doubt about that. But there is a case to be said here that actually sort of knocking completely out the opposition may put you in a posture that you will get then pushed off your pedestal sort of scenario here. And I'm not sure that actually really helps you and works well for you. So this Emperor card is just having control over the physical environment in regards to your spirit. And we saw this for 2024 as well. It's converting the spirit into the physical sort of thing. And having control over that is within your realms, basically. What's this new cycle all about in the first year, in the first 5 years? Well, you get the Three of Cups. So it's very sociable. I think this is learning about your boundaries here as well. Learning about things that make you go, wee, and things that make you kind of go, no, don't want that. And you can only do this by getting involved in life. And once you do that, then I think you're going to realize, and I think this is what's going to help you with the orientation of your path in regards to your spiritual direction and your emotional direction. It should be geared towards what makes you happy, but not just you as an individual, what makes you happy when you're with others. The celebration with others, celebration of a moment of saying, yeah, life is great, isn't it? Sort of scenario. And I think this plays into you, plays into your life really well, actually. And because you've got the Emperor card, I think you have a complete and utter control over this destiny in that respect. In the next 5 years after that, you have the Page of Cups. Now, this is obviously 5 years of very good emotional energies here. It's also when the solar cycle starts ramping up again, because this is a solar cycle when it starts going down. And in sort of after in 5 years' time, it will start ramping up, and that will bring in that whole sort of passionate side of thing about life, and it'll make you dreaming about what, it's almost like I get this sort of sensation is like, well, you got the Six of Wands, and the collective we got the Six of Wands and the Six of Cups and the Nine of Cups. That's on the collective, and that's that realization of the good things in the past that we can bring into the future and add to all those opportunities, those joyous opportunities that are around us. And I almost feel like with you, for this 5 years, between 29 and 34, I think here it's almost like it's like a child in a sweet shop. There's just so many things to look at. There's so many possibilities. And it makes you dream about life. It makes you dream about the impossibilities or the possibilities. Certainly in regards to sort of love and sort of emotions and that sort of thing. And you may be wistfully wanting things during this period here. And this is the period that you've got to be very attentive, not to get into power struggles, and also to not lose sight of you. I think that's really important. But it's because it's in Aquarius, it's got that emotional community factor running through it, which I think runs through you a lot. And it helps to drive a lot of good emotions, actually, within you, Taurus. And then you get the Ace of Pentacles. This is with the Seven of Wands. Now, it was collectively knowing our pathway and sticking to it, being very determined about it, and using all those sort of Nine of Cups to manifest with the Magician, manifest something new. And this, I think here, 29 to 34 is very much all about love, romance, and everything like that. And here is going between 34 and 39. This is where you're going to be converting all those ideas, those beautiful ideas, and realizing the golden nuggets and all of that. Not everything's going to be perfect. Not everything's going to work out to how we expect them to work out. But here in the next 5 years after that, you're onto a plan, you're onto a mission, it appears, that you are cultivating or you have cultivated. And there's a lot of luck as well, because the pathway in the collective is defined. And this helps you to see the golden nuggets of life, the opportunities or the Yeah, the golden seeds of possible bright and beautiful futures. And then out the end of it, going from 39 to 44, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups, now you've got the Three of Cups at the bottom here. This is when the Wheel of Fortune, this is when things really do start kicking in. I think this ties into that Ace of Pentacles more than anything else. And this is that overall flow that's happening in society around us that makes for a very much joyous time. And you step into your power here. It's almost as if like the Emperor delivers on that Ace of Pentacles. It's delivers on that golden nugget. Because you have a control over your environment, over your physical world, it allows you to be the wise person in the room. It's a beautiful energy. It's almost prophetic energy about you. Because you seem to have all the answers here. And this is where in relationships, in how things evolve, I think you're going to have the answers that people are looking for. And that wisdom that goes along with it more than anything else. So you can answer these questions, and it does play into you to make it very favourable to you going forward. Got the Knight of Pentacles facing the wrong way, wanting to jump out. So let's move on to your material side. Now, this is about money, but this is also about physically how you do life, how you engage in life. Could be to do with activities, could be to do with hobbies, but it could also to do with sort of buying property or just, running businesses and so forth. Okay? The overall energy here for Aquarius is letting go of things in a very structural way, one by one, that is actually helps us to regroup in smaller groups, which then the smaller groups group together to make one movement of this common sense evolution that I've been talking about for many years. So let's see what's on your karmic path. For that, you get the Four of Pentacles. It's interesting because you got the Four of Swords with the Four of Wands on the overall energy. And now you're getting the Four of Pentacles with the Four of Swords on your karmic mission here. Four of Swords within the collective. Sorry about that. This is about concentrating your finances which are in alignment with you and being very wise in how you invest your time, money and effort in the projects that are around you. It may be prudent the way you spend your money. You might be holding on to it a little bit too tightly, but I think that's probably a good thing. Not being loose with your money, I think, is going to be a very good thing. So if you're looking at businesses, making sure you have got a good eye of what's going on in the business, what's going on in the business, the costs, all the small details there. So, you forge something that's actually really solid for you. A really, really good foundation to take it on to the next level. Let's just see what's going on in the first 5 years. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've now got the Wheel of Fortune 3 times on this table here. Once at the beginning for you and once at the end. And this is that new cycle. This is a new homing in on your finances. It comes in with the Nine of Wands. And this is also the Nine of Wands, ties into that card there. With the Four of Pentacles, being wise of how you spend your money. But you also get the Knight of Swords and the Ten of... the collective gets the Knight of Swords and the Ten of Cups that goes along with it. And this happiness after difficulty is this change of fortune within your life. You're skyrocketing, I think, most definitely for the first 5 years. There's a lot of opportunity for you here. And it's because you're being very I want to say serious, stringent, but very ordained with the way in which you deal with the world around you. And that's what's going to bring you the happiness. And that's what's going to bring you the ultimate success and direction for you. Yeah. As I said, for the first 5 years, I think you're going to be really skyrocketing. After that, it's a case of between 29 and 34, you're going to be gliding. That's the word I'm looking for. You're gliding through. As the collective starts getting control over their emotions and giving us a real direction, it's going to take time for that to filter through the collective. And I think here it's bringing things to the surface that you can't quite see as yet. It's like you're gliding through clouds. You know the runway's there somewhere. You know the opportunity is there somewhere. But you've got to break through the clouds. And you're getting glimpses of it occasionally, of that goal that you want to get to within your business. But it's going to take time. It's also going to take a bit of exploration and a bit of flexibility is what I'm getting here as well. Making yourself a little bit more sort of flexible to what you want out of your career, what you want out of your finances and everything like that. And some things you're not going to quite see turning up very quickly because of that sort of cloud of the collective just working things out. So between that sort of period there, I would be very just sort of attentive about what's going on around you and what it brings up on the surface within you according to the direction that you wish to take. With the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Cups, this is where the collective really does go on, get on a mission and start realizing the beautiful things, abundances that we have that we can share. Because when we share them, we're actually going to be creating a lot for ourselves. And that's the whole thing about community with Aquarius. And here I think you get the Nine of Swords. We're going to see with the clarification on here, but I think you're letting go of the worries or the indecision that leads to this moment in the collective. And it's not really indecision, it's just arriving at a point that needs clarification. And I think this clarification does come most certainly, and it does bring a lot of things up on the surface for you. And I think this stuff that it brings up on the surface actually allows you to let go of a certain instability that you may have found between 29 and 34. 29 and 34. And between 34 and 39, that's when you're really letting go of it. And I think you embrace this mission of the collective. But at the same time, there is a warning here of not being caught up in power struggles and not getting caught up in the pathway of others. I think you do this beautifully. With the Devil and the Wheel of Fortune here, you get the Ten of Cups. So you got the Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune at your base, and you get the Ten of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune at the end. I think you're putting yourself in a position, because you have that authority on the spiritual side, and you're now letting go of the woes and worries of the material world. I think here is now you're breaking through that cloud, as I said, as you've been planning on this sort of section here. You're breaking through that cloud and you're seeing the reality for what it is. And this will bring you an enormous amount of satisfaction. Let's just go on to a bit of clarification here. Thank you very much for being here. Wheel of Fortune. This is just absolutely bonkers. 4 times the Wheel of Fortune. 4 times the Wheel of Fortune. It is just absolutely bonkers. This is the thing that's going to bring you peace and harmony. This is the thing that's going to help you to understand the process of getting people together within the collective. It's going to be a complete and utter changing span of your life. This next 20 years is in your hands. It's the possibilities are almost endless in a way. And it depends on you of how you engage with that Wheel of Fortune and seizing upon it. And I think knowing your path and being decisive is going to be one of your strongest fortes, basically. It's one of your strongest strengths. On your karmic mission, you have the Tower with the Emperor card. I think the shock between Capricorn and Aquarius is going to be so profound, because I think we're really going into the age of Aquarius, that old viewpoints, old ways of doing things, and this was going to be the freedom that's going to set you up here and make you feel that you are the victor within your world, it's going to break down a lot of the old power structures that had before. New ones are going to be put into place. And I think you're a big part of this, Taurus. A very big part of this. With the Three of Cups, you get the Ace of Swords. Through connection with others, this is where you're going to see your boundaries, and this is where you're going to know your strengths, and it's going to make you feel like you're winning in every sort of sense, in everything that you're doing. It gives you a clear vision about where you're going in regards to your spiritual path, and it's knowing yourself as well here, and how you place yourself within the collective. It seems to be really important. Excuse me. Page of Cups with the Four of Pentacles. This is where you might have a difficulty in letting go. With all of this cups going on and you dreaming about the future, about what is possible, it may make you a little bit wary, a little bit scared, simply because you like the control over your environment, which is normal. And this is what's making you a little bit... there may be moments when you may feel a little bit wary about what is happening in the spiritual, emotional side of your life, where it may get a little bit too fluid for you, and you will be desiring a bit more structure. You will be able to create that by choosing how you put your energy and your effort and your love and your emotions into what relationships around you and what really sort of corresponds to you. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Two of Cups. Excuse me. The structure that you're talking about, that I'm talking about in the Four of Pentacles with the Page of Cups, is wondering about the wonderness of the world. And yes, I do believe there is this offering that comes into you, which is all to do with about love. And it brings you into alignment with other people, with yourself, with the beautiful way of being, and puts to bed that reticence that you have, and allows those dreams to come alive. And I think it's going to surprise you actually between 2034 and 2039. I think you're going to be really surprised at how joyous you can be with yourself, and the wonder that it brings you. Because it sets you up in this position of the King of Swords, where you have this wisdom and authority that goes along with it. The person, the go-to person. Yeah. You get the High Priestess as well. So, you get the High Priestess as well. So, I thought that was the Hierophant. It's not. It's the Emperor. But it's very similar here. You're marrying the physical world with the spiritual and emotional world here. And this is your wisdom that you're bringing forth. And it's going to open up a lot of doors. This is between 2039, 2044. It's going to open a lot of doors here for you to sort of, it's like you've gone through a door in your mind or in your spirit, and you kind of go, wow, look at all this space. What can we do with this? And with my wisdom that I have built up within you, that's with your wisdom that you have built up within you, it makes this new sort of world of which you're going into with the Two of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, this new world full of opportunities, full of possibilities. And you've got to use that wisdom, that inner compass of inside you, in order for you to really keep on your track. Because Pluto in Pisces, if you're still here, Pluto in Pisces, if I'm still here as well, Pluto in Pisces is going to be very interesting. And that moral internal compass will be really important. Let's just see what's going on with here with the Four of Swords. With the Four of Pentacles, you get the Ace of Pentacles again. I think this ties into the Wheel of Fortunes that we've seen 4 times on the table already. I think if you want these opportunities, you've got to be wise and prudent about how you put your time, effort and money into it. Choose the things that are really going to bring you the rewards here. I think it's a case of putting yourself first in order for the collective to be good. So if you're in a good way, everybody else can be in a good way. With the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Death and Rebirth card. This is a whole new cycle. As I say, for this first 5 years, you are going to be exploding here. And the death is very much similar to this sort of scenario here. Things are coming to an end. And within that death of, like a death of a star, it gives birth to whole new stars, whole new objectives, which I think now you're really starting to work towards. And the energy is also starting to work towards it with you. They're working in your favour, as it were. And that comes in with that sort of healthy boundaries that you need to have in order to go on a mission to, get to your happiness after difficulty. With that Moon card, that sort of gliding energy of going through the clouds, looking for that opportunity, looking for that Ace of Pentacles there. What comes up with that? 10 of Swords. Yeah, I think gliding through this and not necessarily having to worry too much about your situation and keeping true to your moral compass. This is going to bring things up to the surface here, which you want to get rid of. You want to let go of. I think it's tied into a little bit of inhibitions as well, seeing how the world sees you. I think that's what it's tied into, which brings in a bit of insecurity within your life. And that's because you're gliding through those clouds and you can't quite see the ground. You can't quite see that opportunity all the time. And it's almost as if like you're sort of saying, have I lost my mojo? But no. On reality, this 10 of Swords here is just a prelude to that. And you're letting go of your inhibitions within you. And when you let go of your inhibitions that are within you, all of a sudden, that's when you find the direction within the collective and that calming, reassuring control of emotions within the world that is around you. And it puts pay to a lot of uncertainty that is not just within you, but within the world around you, that needs direction. And you seem to be the one that shakes off the shackles in order to take that direction. Yeah, it's a whole new cycle for you, a whole new world. And this is going from 2034 to 2039. You're letting go of a lot of it. This is what I was thinking more than anything else. Because it is a whole new cycle for you. And you're breaking through the clouds here. You're breaking through your fears, your inner fears. And I would, with this new cycle and this new found reassurance and happiness within you, I would just be wary about someone coming along saying, hey, Taurus, look at this. You should be going down this direction. And, we're doing this. Follow us, follow us, follow us. I'm not sure that you want to be following others. I'm not sure you want to be doing that. I think you really do need to stick to your internal compass, your direction. I think that's really important for you. Okay, so with the 10 of Cups, you get the 5 of Cups. I think that's the difficulty of feeling disappointed in the world. And I think you have the tremors back there. And when this 10 of Cups does turn up, that is that final transition where you can let go of all disappointments in anything from the past that may have occurred between 29 and 34, that period there, which seems to be a little bit of a tricky moment for you on both sides. And you finally let go of it. And it is 10 years later, from 39 to 44. It is 10 years later, but that is, it's the 10 of Pentacles, the sunshine of the 10 of Pentacles, of walking through the rain, so you can then look behind you and you can see the rain that you've walked through and realize what you've done and how good you are. You can see that rainbow and you can turn around and you can see that happiness, the sunshine. And that's when you can kind of go, oh yeah, it was really cold walking through that rain cloud. And you're going to be letting go of a lot of those disappointments, or you might thought was a disappointment in the past, because it's not killed you, it's made you stronger. Okay, there you go, Taurus. Thank you very much for being here. I really do appreciate all the support you give to this channel, whichever way you see fit. Thank you very much for being here. Yes, I will speak to you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.